Hello everybody. In today's video I am going to be telling you on how to answer a question on the cosmological argument. To begin with, the cosmological argument was put forward by four philosophers: Thomas Aquinas, David Hume, Bertrand Russell and Frederick Copleston. To begin with, Thomas Aquinas had stated that nothing comes from nothing, or in Greek as we know it is nihilo ex nihilo. Additionally, Hume had said that the universe exists but something must have made it, that can only be God. He began in the natural world of senses and reasoned from it, making this a posteriori argument. Anyway. Furthermore, Thomas Aquinas had put something known as the five-way, three of which have something to do with the ontological argument. The first way is motion, that everything in the world, everything in existence exists in motion, from a state of potentiality to actuality. All change is caused by something, because nothing can move of its own accord. There has to be a prime mover. In relation to Aquinas, that would be God, the Judeo-Christian God. Also, the second way is causation. Cause and effect are natural in our world. Whatever happens is caused by something else. It would be illogical to say something can cause itself because that means it was there before it began. There needs to be a first cause, that is God. In contrast, the third way is a necessary being. Nothing in our world is permanent. Everything is contingent. It exists, but could also not exist. That means that it is possible that there was a time when nothing existed. Since we know it's not possible for nothing to come from nothing, nihilo ex nihilo, that means there has to be something in existence. There must be a necessary being, which all the contingent beings came from. That is God. In contrast, the second famous philosopher, which strongly relates to the cosmological argument, is David Hume, the notorious Scottish philosopher. We may have heard of him. Whilst Hume accepts that the universe exists, Hume asks if it had to have a beginning. Just because everything in our world is governed by cause and effect, that doesn't mean the universe had to have a cause. Could it not be infinite? Hume suggested maybe there wasn't one prime mover. Could there not be several acting together like a committee? Also, Hume asked why the prime mover has to be identified with the Christian gods. If we base our arguments on our human experience of cause and effect, wouldn't it be more logical to suggest a world created by male and female gods who are born and will also die? In addition, J.L. Mackie said that Aquinas regarded the cause of the universe as a series of hooks hanging from one below the other from a fixed point on the wall. If the wall was taken away, the chain would fall apart, but he argued it might be a case of infinite regress. It is possible for a chain of hooks to be infinite, with no first hook attached to the wall, and thus no prime mover. Now, this is the bit I didn't add in my answer in class. Yes, I know, because I was known as, what's the word? What word did you use when you were looking at our past papers? What was it called? Answers, I forgot what you called it. Anonymous, that's the word, anonymous. But we all know who we were, even though you used the word anonymous, meaning secret. Yes, 1 second. I know I didn't add this in my answer in class when you read it out, and I know most of my answers didn't actually make much sense, but I'm going to now conclude it in this answer. Yes, the fallacy of composition. This is when you observe what is happening within the universe and use it to make conclusions based on the whole universe. David Hume used this fallacy as a criticism of the cosmological argument. He believe that you cannot assume that the universe has a cause just because you can identify the cause of contingent things within the universe. This links onto the inductive leap. It basically means that it is not accurate to make such big assumptions. One cannot move from individual causes to the claim that the totality has a cause. Furthermore, moving on from David Hume to the very well-known, very long, and also quite boring Copleston versus Russell debate of 1948. In 1948, Frederick Copleston and Bertrand Russell took part in a BBC radio debate about the existence of God. They started by agreeing on a definition of God as a supreme personal being distinct from the world and creator of the world. Copleston had officially begun by stating that there are contingent beings in the world who do not contain in themselves the reason for their existence. The world is just the totality of objects, all of which are contingent. The world isn't distinct from objects which form it, any more than the human race is something apart from the members. Therefore, the totality of objects must have a reason for its existence which is eternal to itself. That reason must be an existent being, this being is either necessary or contingent. If it is contingent, then it must rely on something else for its existence. But then, we would have infinite regression, which is the example from before. I know I didn't make much sense in the exam answer I gave you. Well, you read it out anyway, and you made us answer that question. Anyway, infinite regress. Where was I? I've lost myself in reading. You see, reading's a place where you can actually lose yourself. Where is it? The totality. Where did infinite regress? Infinite regression. And there would be no explanation of existence at all. So therefore, in order to explain existence, we must come to a necessary being. And that necessary being, let me guess what the necessary being is going to be. Aquinas said it as well. A necessary being. Who could it be? God. Honestly, what necessary being is there other than God? I don't actually know, to be honest. You know, anyway, furthermore, Russell, he spoke so much in this debate. Russell speaks so much in this debate. Do you hear what he says? He speaks so much. Russell believed that the universe is just there, and that's all. He thinks that the universe is without explanation. How complicated. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. I actually thank you a lot. I hope this helps you. I hope it's helped me as well. I hope everybody in my philosophy class enjoys watching this. I hope anybody who studies philosophy is enjoying watching this. I wish you all a good day, good evening, whatever, you know. Try your best in life, please. Good evening. Kochamcie. Yes, what else should I say? Dobrze, yeah, bye-bye everybody.